Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the real-world highway fuel economy test of the 2021 Toyota CHR. We're going to head out on the highway and do 50 miles out and 50 miles back, averaging 70 miles per hour to give you a realistic fuel economy number for this subcompact SUV. Before we get started, let's hop out, take a quick look at it. Standing for Compact High Rider, Toyota CHR was the Japanese brand's answer for this hot compact, technically subcompact SUV class. This one's only rocking front-wheel drive and doesn't have quite as much space as some of its competitors, and also doesn't have as competitive of MPG figures. So let's see how it can compare against the Kicks, against the HR-V, against the Kona, all of those cars having higher EPA fuel economy numbers. So why do we do this test? Well, the EPA's highway fuel economy test, which gives this CHR 31 miles per gallon, that test only averages 48 miles per hour. We know there are people who take their vehicles on long road trips and would like to know what sort of numbers they can realistically expect in the real world. In order to do that, we're going to head over to the gas station, fill up, head out and do 100 miles on the highway, come back, fill up at the same pump using the same 3-click fueling method, and get a result. A few things to note for today. Outside temperature is 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Tire pressures have been set to their door placard 33 psi cold, and we're going to be running the climate control at 73 degrees auto. Now yes, this might use the air conditioner, but that's just how we run this test because people got to be comfortable. This car does have an eco heat and cool mode, so we'll leave that enabled. 7.803 gallons going in. And before we actually start the engine, we're going to reset our GPS and reset the car's trip computer, and we're ready to begin. No drive modes in the CHR, but as I mentioned, there is an eco mode for the HVAC, so we'll have that on. We're going to just drive nice and easy over to the highway. It's about half a mile away. Pick up the test from there. The goal of this test isn't to hypermile, but rather to drive efficiently as one might on a steady-state road trip. So to do that, we're going to get up to highway speed here at a reasonable pace and set our cruise control for a GPS-indicated 72 miles per hour. Now, typically I say in this section that the engine has no problem getting up to speed, but this little 2-liter in this CHR does have to work. We have a digital speedometer. Yes, we do. Oh, we got, looks like about 1 mile per hour over on the speedometer showing on our GPS, so we're going to set cruise control, which is adaptive, at 73 miles per hour. Initial highway observations? This thing's actually not too bad. I like the light steering. It's a decent amount of wind noise, but that's to be expected for a $25,000 car. And, fortunately for you, we have a little leaf eco indicator. So as you drive more economically, the leaf fills up with green, presumably photosynthesizing. So we're going to continue on for another 100 miles, catch up with you at the end of the test. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Coming into the end of the highway fuel economy test here in the Toyota CHR. Better than I expected. Nice smooth run, averaged 70 miles per hour. Butt's getting a little bit sore, moving around a little bit in the seat, but overall, not a bad highway cruiser. On the dash, we have been, did we fill up the leaf? No, we are near the top of the leaf, but no full green leaf. I guess we have failed the eco indicator. Miles per gallon, according to the dash, 34.9, so 35 miles per gallon, according to the trip computer. We're going to head back to the pump and see what sort of numbers we get filling it back up. 73 is what we recorded on our rudimentary sound level decibel reader on our phone. And it looks like the fuel gauge is just above half a tank here. Rolling up to the pump with 35.0 on the dash. 2.968 going in. 105.4 divided by 2.968 is giving us 36 miles per gallon, just barely getting the bump up. So a lot better than EPA and much more what I would expect for a front-wheel drive car of this size. Let's do 36 times 13.2, the size of fuel tanks, giving you an effective highway cruising range at 70 miles per hour of 470 miles. Much more competitive with the other cars in this class. So I don't know what Toyota did on its EPA run for this car, but you should be able to get much better than that in the real world. So thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more on the Toyota CHR, check the links in the description. We got a review for the sound test and a little rumble with me and Chris as we debate whether this is a good car. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.